What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Shatek, the producer. We here on Conversations on Film. Today in the building, we got the missing light-skinned people because, you know, they've been missing for at least 2-3 months. All right?
Oh, I had to go get some color.
Yeah, she got a little color. You might not gonna see it because I made the lights extra bright so we couldn't see that.
Wow.
And as a matter of fact, both y'all niggas got some color.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Shout out to my boy JC.
When you got options for the summer.
He just celebrated a birthday.
Right? 50. 50 look good. 50.
Nah,
That's what I'm talking about. 50. He half of 100.
He still almost got his whole hairline, everything. The shit is lit.
I'm still alive. I'm still around. Black don't crack, you heard?
Word. Happy birthday to him and shit.
Or happy birthday.
All right, so before we get into the stuff.
And he got flued out.
Right? Ooh. Let's talk about it. How was your birthday? Let's talk. You turned 40.
Thank you for letting everybody else know.
Yes.
What if I want to start a rap career and want to be younger?
Listen, we seen it on Instagram. You turned 40. They had fucking plates with your face on it.
Word, the fan.
She did it big.
I was hot at the other spot.
He got flued out by a black woman too.
Exactly.
I mean, what did you hear after that?
What do you mean?
After you got flued out when y'all got home. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have had no phone.
Bro, I hear that for everything. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for me,
they're
your phone would be
fucking
100%.
lying. She did not say no shit like that.
You don't live with her. But anyway.
This nigga was in the pool with his hoochie daddy shorts on, living his best life, okay?
Nah, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, she made up a lot.
Okay.
I was grateful.
That's
you know
good.
what I'm saying? I was surprised. Me and her, we got there. She never told me where we was going. We got there. And like, 7 hours later, my friend surprised me.
Wow.
And he had special. She could have taken him to Canarsie Pier. But.
Which I'm more comfortable at, but.
Why?
Because he thinks he's from Brooklyn, by the way, guys.
I was not for. I was happy though. I was happy.
We're gonna have to have a conversation with her on film about how come no one from Conversations on Film was invited to this trip. I would have spent my little $1,500 to $2,500.
She was like, "Oh, I didn't know anybody else's number. I didn't want to go on your phone like that."
We all got Instagram. She was on the show. This is crazy. And I felt really offended because I was about to call and ruin your birthday. I say, yo, put her on the phone, my nigga. I know I only met you 2 times, but the shit is fucked up that you ain't invite nobody to Jamaica.
Now, you know, in her mind, she probably think that nobody was really going to go. Deadass. Like only people that like my everyday life, she probably thought that was it.
Nah,
that's crazy.
But then again, closed-minded people.
Mm-hmm.
Simple-minded, in the box.
Right.
Only these people will come. No. You don't know that, sis. You don't know that. Explore your options.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so I take it you had a great time.
Yes.
All right. So what you've been up to?
Trying to maintain my color.
Okay.
There we go.
I got you.
I'm tired of being see-through. Bitch, I'm loving my tan. I'm just enjoying the summer. I moved again.
Okay.
So I live further out east now. I love it out there.
Okay.
Just working. I just got a promotion.
All right.
Okay.
Shout out to you.
The kids.
Mm-hmm.
Just everyday shit, you know, holding these black women accountable for their bullshit. That's
Please
it.
do.
Thank you. That should have been the first thing you said, but okay.
You know, I try to give them a break for the summer.
For what?
Because it's summer dress season. And
That don't mean nothing.
Y'all lose your minds over these $10 dresses with no underwear on.
I mean, do they even wear them shits anymore? No, they wear fucking wrestling outfits.
Bodysuits.
Undertaker.
The heavyweight champion of the world.
I haven't been out. I don't know what people wear. I really don't go nowhere. Like,
why not?
Because I work and I be fucking tired.
Okay, so as everybody, are we all in relationships here?
Yes.
Do you feel like your significant other don't want you outside with everybody else?
No, I don't feel like that.
I don't feel that way because I go outside. I don't feel that way.
All right, this is not going to be a good conversation. All right, so listen.
Says who?
Why, your mate doesn't want you outside?
I don't know.
Do you even want to go outside?
I have outside. I am outside.
Listen,
right
but
now.
does she have a problem with you going outside?
I don't think so. I don't think she even want me in the house. So this is good. I think it works well. All right, this wasn't supposed to be for me. This was supposed to be for y'all. So look, JC hasn't been here, and you neither. And we was here maybe a few weeks ago.
Saying that? Like
because sometimes you gotta pop out and tell niggas.
Don't start your bullshit.
You
I was
started
scheduled
off
last week, and I got dubbed which I'm not mad because I got
Exactly.
dubbed for Baby Girl in movies.
Okay.
But
But you didn't really get dubbed. I just said we have to push it back. Because I went to the movies at 3 o'clock. And we still could have did it at like 7:30 opposed to 6:30.
You ain't say that part.
I did. I got the text. Then you said I could possibly do it tomorrow. They never said nothing else ever again.
I don't even remember what I did Friday, Jesus.
Exactly. You probably was in that red cup like it is now.
Listen, she's gonna scrap with us very soon, but I'm on a time limit.
Wow.
She did a little tequila tasting today, right? We had her try out some tequila from some shit I got out the store, and he had the expensive shit. What is it, Don Julio?
That make you act a foolio.
Yeah. So, okay, back to what I was saying. You guys wasn't here. And we were talking about on like the show before, Kamala Harris just got endorsed to be the candidate to be the Democratic candidate, right?
Presidential candidate.
Presidential candidate. And now a lot of stuff from her past has been coming out, and people have been saying stuff like, what's his name? Sway Lee from where he's from? What's that group?
No flex zone.
Them niggas, right? He's saying don't vote for her because of her past stuff, right?
I saw those messages.
Let me see. Let me pull it up. Okay, let me read verbatim what this man said about this black woman.
Not a black queen, no, just a black woman.
She could be a queen too. I don't know how she identifies.
She's a black educated woman. I'll give her that.
Right. The reason why he said, all right, I pay over millions in tax dollars every year. This man sent it to a whole nother country. Those little dollars that come off your checks, they give it away. Think about that shit. Do not vote for Kamala. Do your research on the whole camp. The money we sent away, every American citizen could have got minimal 200 grand. Think about that. But I guess we don't need that shit. And y'all standing for Kamala, my black people, she don't do nothing but sign off on things against y'all. Voting just because she's black is not going to end in your favor. And then somebody said, hate when you're a rapper. Niggas only get your politics from other niggas planted in your life for these exact moments in history. He said, bro, you voting for her because you think she's black. She's black and Indian. He's all over the place. She don't lean to the black side. She just took an estate away from a black woman, or an estate away from a black woman. Y'all don't research. Go look at that. Look at what Trump did for blacks. HBCUs.
HBCUs.
Oh yeah, he fucked up. All type of shit. Media don't show everything, bro. All right, so with that being said, right? Like, what do y'all really feel? Like, are we voting? Not we. Are people voting and standing up for her due to what she can bring, her policies, or just because she's black and she's a woman?
So my thing is, what are her policies? Because we haven't heard her say a damn thing.
I mean, I guess people can only go by the policies she is under right now with the current
But that doesn't
administration.
mean she agree with them, because from my understanding, her and Biden clashed a lot while in the White House.
But why do you serve as vice president to him?
Well,
if
think
you don't
about
agree?
it. Just because she was appointed vice president doesn't mean, like, they could have pulled the whole a whole nother scene once she got in that position.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we really don't know what happened behind closed doors. What bothers me about the black community is to say that we can go off what she said 4 years ago as that will be her policies now. People change their minds like we change our drawers.
Right.
We don't know what her policies are, and until it comes out her mouth, I'm not assuming shit. I'm not going to say what I think she's going to say. I'm not doing none of that. And if she has the same exact policies from 4 years ago, what did she push while she was in the White House? What did she do? If there was no progress, what did you do? And I'm not saying she didn't. I don't know her policies. I don't know her. I don't know what she stands for. I know who became the president. I know what I've seen happen under the Democratic Party the last 4 years, I've seen inflation go crazy. I've seen the cost of living go crazy. I've seen people not be able to afford the cost of fucking living. So, and that's just a few things. But again, I don't know her policy, so I can't say I'm voting for her just because I'm black. And then you have black people saying, oh, well, white people are voting against her just because she's black. So if they could do that, we could vote for her just because she's black. I want black people to stop dumbing themselves down to what white people do. We have to stop acting like we need their approval. We have to stop acting like we always have to act like we have to compare the two. That's a piss poor reason to vote for anybody because of the color of their skin.
Like tick for tack in this type of situation is really stupid.
Yeah, like we don't know what's about to happen.
You trying to get your lick back because she's black? That's crazy.
So, and she has said she doesn't plan on doing anything solely just for the black community. So what are you all expecting? And what really bothers me is having unrealistic expectations of people. Because that's what we do a lot as a people, right? We'll have unrealistic expectations and we'll expect her to do something because she's black. The minute she don't do it, what we going to do? We're going to cancel her.
Right.
Because that's what cancel culture does. That's what our culture does. We're going to cancel her. See, the difference between us and white people, because if you want to get down to it, white people stand by each other, good, bad, or fucking indifferent. Look at real Trump supporters. Trump done said, grab him by the pussy. He done built the wall. He done caged children. What I do give him is he's an open racist. He don't like nobody. But his supporters have stood by him the whole time. Nobody wavers. We've seen him become guilty of things. They're still supporting. People are still at his rallies. They're still on the campaign trail. Black people, we don't move like that. The minute we think you on some fuck shit, we canceling you. And we going to cancel her publicly the minute she doesn't do something we want her to do because we didn't sit and listen to her policies. We didn't think about what she really could do. So I want black people to really think about that. I'm not saying she's a bad candidate. I'm not telling you who to vote for. I don't know who I'm going to vote for. What I'm telling you is get the facts before you just say she's a black educated woman and that's the only reason we're going to vote for her. We don't know that.
All of the sisters are educated. And how have their choices been after their degrees? That's another story. But I was against Kamala at first, but then I have friends that have daughters, and they be like, "Listen, what message is that saying to my daughter? Saying that she can't become the first, like she can't become something in life like a woman president, a black woman president." But I say it's bigger than that. Like, look at the real bigger picture. The bigger picture is, how policies have put a lot of people in jail, right? Then when things go good, she says, you know what? Now you guys can smoke the weed now. Weed is legal now. You guys can open up your shops. Now when they open up their shops, guess what? A few months later, they've been taken away. Number 2, her husband is...
He's a white man.
He's a white man. So now we're saying, okay, it's good to date outside of your race. But guess what? No other races date outside of their race. So you're promoting it's okay for us to do anything, but with them, they don't do it. Indians,
it's okay for us to do it as long as the white man is backing it.
Oh, of course. I told y'all before, the white man is the closest thing to God. I'm sorry.
Because I don't really see any heavy-hitting black political female figures, with the exception of, like I said, maybe Maxine Waters, who isn't attached to a white man.
It's the reason why people are going to vote for Kamala. It shows you why you're not successful in your life, because you're not doing no research, right? And you just do things randomly. So this is why a black person will go to jail, because he's making a decision off of 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you do your research, I would rather do Donald Trump. I would rather vote for Donald Trump than Kamala, because guess what? I already did that. Vote for them because they're black with Obama. I did that already. I'm not in the generation of making the same mistake twice. I'm not doing that. Because Donald Trump said, make America great again, right? So that's a signal to white people, make America great again, as like, yo, let everybody be in their place. Like Archie Bunker said, when boys were boys and men were men. Right? So, yeah.
Yeah.
It plants a seed in the white people's mind that, you know what, we're always going to keep black people the same way how they are. They will always be slaves. That's the indirect message he says when he says, make America great again. Back when y'all was doing all the work and they was living how they live. We fast forward now, you niggas is doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Still working, and they're just still chilling.
But one thing I will say, I don't know how I feel about this presidency coming up, right? Or this election, because it's another thought that if black women and white women now get on the same page, some shit really could move and some shit really could happen. And we might get to a place, which I think we may be heading there. I think we might be heading to a place where black women and white women are gonna have to come to a common ground and band together. And then will come the LGBTQ alphabet group. They're gonna jump on that bandwagon too. So it's going to be very interesting. But here's another thing I want black people to think about. Again, I ain't telling you who to vote for. I'm not telling you she's not a good person. I'm not telling you she's not a good candidate. I want you to just think about this. A lot of the companies that many of us work for are ran by white, racist Republicans. So if a black woman was to come into power, a black Democratic woman, retaliation is going to be at an all-time high. An all-time high. It is time for, if you are a black person and you work in corporate America or you work for any company, I don't care what company it is, you need to get your policy book, you need your handbook, the updated version. All right? Because there are certain policies that cannot be changed unless it is voted on, especially if you're in a union. There are certain things that have to be amended for it to go into play. You need to know your rights going into this next 4 years. It doesn't matter who's the fucking president, okay? Because the minute a black woman don't nothing make people angrier than a black woman, an educated black woman in power. You need to make sure you have all of your ducks in a row and you have everything under your arm and your brain, your cap, so that when shit goes crazy at the workplace, if you got to hit them with a lawsuit, you know what you're standing on. I've sued jobs and I've won, and I represented myself. I know what I'm talking about. You need your policy and procedure handbook, all right? And you need the latest version of it. Don't let them give you no shit from 1998. You need, and if you have to call HR, you got to call the director or anybody and let them know, listen, we need a new amended version of the policy book, because you don't want to get caught out there and you don't want to get caught up in retaliation because somebody is mad at who the president is. And because you're a black woman, now all of a sudden they got a problem with you off of nothing.
What black person that was ever in power that you felt was on your side? Al Sharpton?
Nah.
Jesse Jackson?
Hell nah. What
Colin
shot me? He
Powell?
was just a black person with wavy hair. I like Colin Powell. I ain't gonna hold you. I like Colin
But
Powell.
was he on your side?
Did you feel like
I do feel like Colin Powell was on the black people's side. He even was running this go round, and he has, from my understanding, I believe he dropped out of the race. I don't think he was going to win anyway, but he's backing Kamala at this point as well. I do think there are some black leaders who were pushing for forward movement, but let's be clear. We know what this government does to black people in power. They destroy us. They destroy our communities. They'll burn our communities. We see what they're doing. We just watched that lady be unalived. Unalived. Like black people have a target on their back. And unless
when she had the hot water?
Yeah.
Can I
Go ahead.
chime in?
Absolutely.
Let me tell you something what happens in the community. They don't understand authority. If I get pulled over by the cops and he has a gun on his hand, on his waist, I'm acting very polite. I'm not in control.
Brother polite.
I'm not in control. So now,
Are black people ever really in control?
No. And as my slave master told me, know your place. Stay in line. So now, if a cop's in your house with hot water, if the cop is in your house and he has a gun on his waist, You should never move off the couch. So he leaves.
No. He
He
told
asked her.
her to turn the water off.
Did she just turn the water off? What else did she do?
No. So
Did
you,
she just turn the water
so
off?
you
Yes or no?
know- wait,
Yes
wait,
or no?
He
Wait.
did not. She did not turn the water off.
What did she do,
picked the
Shatek?
pot up.
She picked the pot up.
And that's where you go wrong.
But think about it this way. First of all, if the cop felt that much, if he felt that threat, he should have turned the water off himself and said, hey, the water's boiling out of the pot. Do you mind if I turn it off? That's number one. Number two, when he shot her, her hands were up because I saw the body cam footage the other way. She didn't have shit in her hands when he shot her. Number three, as black people, I don't know what other people do. I know in my house, if water is boiling out of the pot, the first thing you fucking do to stop the pot from burning is pour water in it and the shit steams up. It's just a natural reaction. A lot of people do that.
What else did she say?
He said to her, he moved back, and she said, why'd you move back? And then he said something along the lines of like throwing the water on him, and that's when she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And then that's when he said he would shoot her in her effing face.
He said, "You better fucking not."
Yeah.
Then he said,
Hold on. What, he said you better effing not, but she better effing not do what though? How did that come about?
because I don't think he had the understanding of I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. He probably just heard rebuke, and rebuke. He probably thought it was a.
He was a demon, and his demon got disrupted. But either way, that didn't warrant, because there's no way you all were just sitting in her house asking her for her ID, right? And you were sitting in the house asking her for her ID. You all were laughing with her. Him and his partner were laughing, and then you said you were going to shoot her, and then you carried out your actions the exact way he said he was going to do it too, in her face. And then they were at the house, because I saw the footage from when they first got to the house.
Why did they go to the house again?
Because she thought there was an intruder. So they surveillanced around the house. They went around the whole house. They came back to the front door and they said, there's nobody here. And she said, okay. She said, you sure? He said, okay. Then they was like, are you on meds, or are you mental, along those lines? And he was making like a mockery of her. And she was like, no, I'm fine. And then they went in the house to get her ID, I guess, to make a report. So she's funneling through her bag to get the ID, and that's when he said, "Oh, you have boiling water on the stove. Your water's boiling." And then he said, "You may want to turn that off." And she said, "Yeah, because let me go turn it off." And he said something along the lines of like, "Yeah, because if you don't want that to catch on fire, and you'll have even bigger problems." Whatever the fuck he said. It wasn't warranted, and it's crazy that we have to take.
Sorry. What made her say, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus"?
Because he said. He made an insinuation that she was going to throw the water on him.
Because maybe he thought that in his mind, if that was him, he would throw the water on himself.
I don't know what he thought, but
why would he say that?
There's more footage that has come out now that he's done some fuck shit since he's been on the force. His badge should have been taken away from him.
But it wasn't.
Of course not.
And he went
when is it ever?
And then he went to multiple different jobs. He had and it was only, they saying it was only on the search of full-time employment at a precinct. They also had information about him having DUIs back to back, year to year.
Right. So he shouldn't have been in law enforcement to begin with. But it's, again, my thing is, and everybody keeps talking about, oh, vote for Kamala, because things like this won't be happening. She's in the White House right now and it's happening. We have a Democratic president and it's still happening. Nothing has changed. All Biden did was come out and say she should be alive today. That's all the fuck he said. Nothing more. Nothing more. And I guarantee, yes, that cop has been locked up, but how many other cops get put on paid fucking desk duty or paid leave, so you have a paid vacation, right? We want to see shit stop. Guess what? Every time an innocent black person gets killed at the hands of the police, that police officer should have to give over his entire pension to the victim's family. Yeah. And then the department he works in, all of them should have to give up a portion of their paycheck too. That way you're holding your brother in blue fucking accountable.
That would never happen.
Of course not.
That would never happen.
Of course it would.
And this is why I say it's.
But it would change. It would change the game.
It's like I said before. It's time for people to start changing their beliefs, right? Because
to what?
Believe in yourself.
In what
Because
aspect?
I'm saying because like all jokes aside, right? Like, black people love God all day and night, which is cool, right? In the Bible it says, man and man, woman and woman. And you fast forward, it's like a lot of the Bible is not really helping black people. Because
Interesting.
because the LGBTQ has 190 days out of a calendar year. I don't think people know that, but they do. So how is it that you can go opposite of the Bible and have more leeway? How is that? I just want to know how does that happen? I'm just asking a question. I don't have the answers.
I
just
I
asking a
damn
question.
sure don't have the answer to that. That's a good question though, but
More than half the year in the calendar. And
explain that.
mad black people have been dying. And
Well,
there's no consequences
but
for
that's-
us dying off the strength of other people. Forget that we do it to each other, whatever.
but that's just like the old saying of where was God during slavery? Right? We constantly ask that question and there is no answer for it. Or it's just a matter of black people had to suffer because at one time, we were the elite and the kings and the queens and no one society rules forever. I take the Bible with a grain of salt because it's man written and there's so many different versions of it. The Ten Commandments in the Catholic Church is not the same Ten Commandments that's in the Baptist Church. The original Ten Commandments talks about not worshiping engraved statues. When the Catholics pray to Mary, Joseph, and all these other idols and saints, they stand in front of the statue and pray to them.
And they've been touching kids, right?
People do a lot of fuck shit.
They've been touching kids.
A lot of
and
fuck shit. So I think, like you said, I think everybody has to do what works for them in a sense, right? As long as you ain't hurting nobody, you want to be spiritual, because I'm all for spirituality at this point versus religion. You got to do what works for you. I actually stopped going to church, and I grew up in the church. My grandmother's a minister. I was in church every Sunday, and I used to go to church by myself since I was 12 years old. Went to church in college, everything. And the last time I was in church, I was so uncomfortable because I knew what was going to happen. It was almost like it was predictable and it was staged. I knew when the organ played, somebody was going to start to shout. I knew everything that was going to happen before it happened, and I was just like, this isn't it. And I knew my spirit wasn't in it anymore. Not saying I don't believe in God or anything like that, but and this was after COVID, and I was like, wow, like what if I'm sitting here and one of the mothers or one of the other spiritual people in the church realize like my spirit feels away. So I said, I don't got to go to church no more. Like I can listen to sermons how I want to listen to them and worship how I need to or whatever. I'm not saying I won't go to church, but I'm not going every Sunday anymore. I'm just not. But I agree with you. I think people have to find their own path and their own way. And I think people have to do what fulfills them because everybody's journey is a little bit different. So I don't know. That's an interesting one, though, that you say.
The Bible, unfortunately, the Bible keeps you closed-minded, right? So it's like, if you believe in yourself, you can do anything you want to do, right? So now if I believed in man with woman and woman with man, and then now the outside of the Bible, I'm seeing all the privileges and all the, you say anything against LGBTQ, you're getting canceled. But you can say anything against a black person. You be good to go. People killing black people and they still good to go. Yeah. So now it's time to start changing beliefs. You have to. You have to go off statistics. Anytime a white person wins an award, they will mention the man above. If my barber
That's
an
interesting observation.
And there's success, you have to go with success. You don't live to 140.
But you also have to remember that in order to get to a certain level, people do sell their souls, right? And it talks about it in the Bible that somebody will lose their soul to gain the world, right? So there are people who, and it's a part of the Boulets and what we would call the Illuminati, to where you give over. It's very similar to what, if anybody was a Disney person, what happened in The Little Mermaid when she gave over her voice, which was like her soul, to Ursula for legs, right? That movie is so powerful if you watch it now as an adult. And a lot of us are doing that. A lot of us chase fame, fake ass fame, for fake fortune, right? You want the Instagram, the likes, and we create these fake ass scenarios now. And Even reality TV is not really reality because we want the fame. I feel like that's what happened with Wendy Williams. I feel like she wanted to be famous because she said that. If you watch her documentary, she said, I never wanted the money. I just wanted to be famous. I want everybody to know my name. So you've done that, but look where it got you.
Yeah, and white people will take that and says, "Oh, you just want to be famous? Okay, cool. Here's
They
pennies.
do. Now,
Here's pennies."
Here's a funny thing. So I can't remember what it's called, but white people, if you gotta really get into their like the depth of them, right? They do like these rituals, and they have these ceremonies. Like I remember, I grew up. One side of me grew up in the hood, the other side of me grew up in Bayside. And my mother grew up in Bayside. She's from Bayside. And I remember back in the day, like white girls would like cut their hands. Everybody would slit their hands, and then everybody put their hands together, and it was like the friend pat, and you're sharing blood. Blood fucking rituals are real. And there's a certain culture of people, white people, who they can do whatever the fuck they want. They can murder, they can steal, they can do all type of shit. Every couple months, they have a ceremony that is supposed to rid them of their sins and wash them of their sins. Like, you got to get deep into what other cultures get into. Not saying it because you want to do it, but you got to learn what other people do. And there's a reason why they stay on top, even with the fuck shit they do. It's a reason why, like you said, you never really hear them talk about God. Very seldom. Very seldom. How many white Christian music artists do we know?
And are they successful?
Right.
So black people praise God, and they get nothing out of a deal, bro.
Well, the other side of it too is we don't support each other.
No. Listen. Forget all of that. Black people promote God and get nothing out of the deal. Oh my God, I got a parking spot. Thank God. Oh my God.
First of all, don't be in my business.
Oh my God.
Don't be in my business.
The hairstylist is still there. Oh my God, they was gonna close. She saved it for me. No. I want to thank God I have bread. Thank God I'm healthy. Thank God, like all that live another day, bro, you will live. You'll live another day. Stop. People need to stop doing that.
I don't know. I think
people are scared. People are scared to say it. Black people are scared to say it.
I think our people are just.
They need to get.
You know, we've been so long with we just go along to get along, because that's what we've been given. Like okay, like the Drake song, right? Started from the bottom. Now we here. We didn't start from the bottom. We didn't. But if that's what you're taught, then to you anything you're given looks like a step up.
And that's corny. No.
Yes, I agree.
That's what's called accepting the bare minimum.
I agree.
You know what? We usually pay people $20 an hour, but for you, we're gonna give you $21.50. And you'll be mad hype like, yo,
Thank God.
You'll go home. You'll send a group chat like, yo, everybody, I'm getting paid more than everybody else. No, first of all, black people shouldn't be working. Period. We've already worked before.
I hear that.
We did a lot. We built everything. The cameras you filming with, I'm pretty sure one of our ancestors built this. They did something. So it's time for the information got to stop, and it's time for outformation. Get your head out of the Bible and get your head out of these nonsense beliefs. Don't wear your hat in the house. Don't put an umbrella up in the house. No. For what? If my rent is late this month, you think if I put my hat on in the house, it ain't gonna be late the next month? No, it still is, bro. Stop.
So do you believe in manifesting? Like,
yes, I believe in that. I believe in energy. I believe if you try to play me, I'm gonna slap you in your face. I definitely believe that.
So now, but here's the other side of what you're saying. We didn't start off as the toting belt Bible Christians. Not how black people started. It wasn't until they brought us over here in slavery times that they shoved white Jesus and Christianity down our throats. We believed in what was called hoodoo. Hoodoo is the African. I don't want to mix it up with voodoo because that's when it gets spooky.
Let it be spooky.
But hoodoo was the African way of healing, natural things, herbs, manifesting, praying to your ancestors and the spirits, letting Mother Earth give you signs and answers, right? Which I think more of us that are spiritual are on that path. But it's very interesting to me, again, when you do your research and you see how they stripped us of so much culture and what we knew and what we loved. And because like I tell everybody, black people are the salt of the earth. There would be no seasoning without us. It wouldn't be, but we don't understand. Or when we think of the seasoning nowadays, seasoning is Sexy Red and Pound Town and fucking shit that's minute that doesn't mean nothing. That there's no substance to it, no nothing. Did this young lady have a come up? Yes, and that's wonderful. But how the fuck did she make it before somebody that's willing to really pour into people, or somebody that's really going to be educated and uplift the community?
Because people like entertainment. They don't like school.
People like drama.
Right.
We don't like positivity. Because if you look at India Arie and Jill Scott versus people like fucking Sexy Red, how the fuck is Sexy Red bigger than Jill Scott?
I mean, Jill Scott be like talking about sucking dick now.
Yes, but she owns it as a woman. It's nothing wrong with it.
It better not be nothing wrong with it. But
look at how she talks about it. Jill Scott doesn't talk about sucking dick the same way Lil' Kim talked about sucking dick.
But does it matter?
It does.
Lil' Kim.
How preposterous is that?
It does.
Why?
It does.
Like, why do we have to be filtered?
Because there's nothing wrong with. There's a difference between being filtered and being raunchy, in my opinion.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything wrong. Like, to me, Jill Scott is filtered. Yes, she talks about giving fellatio, but it's in an artistic way from what she talks, the way she talks about it. She puts a little seasoning on it.
Okay.
To where Sexy Red is like, Pound Town, my booty hole, brown. Like, bitch,
I mean,
what?
like if somebody came to you and they gave you a whole metaphor and shit, you're like, nigga, just say what you trying to say. That's what that is.
I get what you're saying, but I just, like I said, to me, I don't know. I'm tired of seeing black women just turn around and shake their ass for it's like the minute you see a black woman,
she gonna turn around.
She's turning around, she's bending over,
that's
the picture of her ass.
That's the new wave. That's the new hello.
Bitch, do a back handspring. Impress me. I'm tired of seeing that shit. I'm tired of seeing bitches with the same.
The slave master said, what else are they good for?
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if we know that, why don't we combat that?
But
now, I'm not saying Sexy Red doesn't have her place, because she does. She does, but she can't be the only one. Like, at this point, sex and raunchy shit is being shoved down our throats at this point. There is not even alternatives for it. That's why I appreciate Jill Scott, because to me, she is an alternative to where she talks about the hawk too. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, but in an adult manner, to where it's like, okay, sis, because there are some women that need to hear that. Just like, I'm sure that there may be some. I don't want to know about nobody's booty hole, but maybe there's some women that need the Sexy Red. I'm not here for it, but still, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, as a people, we are so conditioned, and we still haven't paid attention to how we're being fucking conditioned. Like, the fact that we can go outside right now and walk down the street, and we're gonna see at least 7 black women that all got the same body. It's like, remember back in the day when we used to go to the barbershop? And you be like, yo, let me get number 7 on the wall. Yeah. That's like what bitches do now. Your body is the number 5 on the wall. What the fuck is happening? Everybody looks the same. Everybody got a BBL. Everybody got a 30-inch bust down. Everybody got the caked up fucking makeup. Everybody looks the same.
Okay, so with that said, recently Dream Dog came out, and she was on a show, a podcast,
and says she wants to take out.
She wants her original body back, and she's saying
slim, thick chicks are coming back.
They are in. So, what do you think about that? The whole being natural is back in.
I love it, because I think when and again, there's nothing wrong to my BBL girls. That's the route you went. That's your business. I have a problem with the bitches who get the BBLs and are psychologically fucked up. They kill me. I can't deal.
Well, I guess all of them is going to kill you.
Right. Especially ones that get the BBL and then all
I don't want to say all of them, but because there
on.
are some who get a mommy makeover, or, you know, you really are just unhappy with the way you look. I'm for those women. I'm not for the women who go to get it and you still hella insecure, or you're acting like you went to the gym for this body when, bitch, last week
that is crazy.
You looked fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for the natural women coming back. I'm actually here for the plus size women coming back, and it's not because I am one now, but I think there's room for all different shapes and sizes. And like I said, every chick looks the same. I literally can count on my hand how many enhanced bodies look natural, to where you like, yo, she looks good. You know, excuse me. I have a homegirl I went to high school with. She's had work done. She looks amazing. Like, if you didn't know her in high school, you wouldn't know that it was work done. You know what I'm saying? But then you got the ones who's like, bitch, you look like I could kick your whole butt off your body. Like, you look fucking crazy. You look an ant. You turn to the side and it's just ass for days. Where do you think that looks right? You know what I'm saying? And then you got to keep up with it. That's the part nobody talks about. You got to keep up with that shit. You can get it in.
You know how many women went back and got it done again and
Yes.
got it back and got
I know
it done
somebody
again?
that died on round 2. Died because she had a little pocket of fat in her back and wanted to get the shit sucked out, and she died on that fucking table. And then had her family wanted the doctor, because she had it done, overseas. In order for the doctor to release the body to come back to the family, they had to sign paperwork that they wouldn't sue him. That was the only way he was releasing the body. So now her children are motherless.
So what if they didn't sign it? Like, nah, sue you.
I don't know what was going to happen. She wouldn't have been able to be buried.
Guess what?
And I think he paid. I think that was the agreement. Like, in order for them not to sue, he paid to have her flown back or some crazy shit. But like, women die when you really see the recovery. The recovery is long. It's a process. And again, I'm not telling people don't get it. You want to get it. Do your research, but research both sides of the fence. Don't just research the side where the bitches is on the beach, butt naked, running around. Research the bitch that damn near died on that table, or the bitch that then had to wear the faja all year long to keep the swelling down, and how hurtful some of the massages can be and shit like that. But it's like, we as a people, we have been brainwashed and we still don't understand it. The same shit the media is pushing down our fucking throats every day, we fall for the bullshit.
You know they have the same type of like bruises and marks. Like, say if you say if you like had a baby and you got the same like stretch marks or whatever. You know, like when a woman really gets her body done, it's the same shit here, needle here, mark here,
Yeah,
mark
you
here.
can you can tell
You're
some
like,
of the
yo, miss,
like
like-
lipo normally there's 2 incisions, there's 2 down here. You might have 2 in your back, depending on what kind of lipo you have. But you can tell. I absolutely hate the women that get the whole fucking garden tattoo around their waist. I hate it. I can't stand that shit. I can't stand it. But
They get a garden tattoo on their belly, and nothing under the tattoo is fresh.
Yeah.
retarded.
What do you think? What do you think about this whole BBL thing?
Me? I mean, I mean,
they changing their
I
mind.
see it like this. You know, the white man said you guys are good for rapping and entertainment.
Whoa.
So, ma'am, while I'm buying this drink from you, please entertain me with your boobs. I want to see you making drinks right in front of your breast. But real talk. It's an investment for women. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you,
It's an investment if you use it properly.
if you use it properly. And listen, I'm not here to judge. You feel me?
Right.
Like they say,
Not
only
at
God can
all.
judge you. Whatever. He judge people. Them niggas living their life. So I don't care.
Is it? Yeah.
So yeah, if you're using it, you want to get to be a bartender or be a bottle service woman, and you can be able to get your tips like that, more tips. Yes, if you look ugly, no one's giving you a tip. And let me not say that.
Nah, that ain't true.
Hold on. Let me
It be
take
some
that back.
bitches that look like Shrek but got their
No.
body done.
Let me not say that. Let me not say. I don't like using that type of word. If your personality is good, on top of your looks, you'll get more of a tip.
Yes.
So if women want to use that to enhance their pockets, by all means, please don't smile at me and your teeth is not in good condition or good shape. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to my company, and don't do that to my coworker's birthday extravaganza. Don't do that. But if a woman wants to do that to enhance her pockets, I'm all for it.
So you saying if this is missing any of her teeth, you don't want her smiling at you?
No, because if she's missing teeth, what else is she missing in her life? She's probably missing her kid's birthday. She's probably missing
Dentist appointments.
I can't stand
dentist
you.
appointment. Nah, I'm being real because
You are stupid.
because if it's one place, it's everywhere. If you're missing in one area, you're gonna be missing in other areas as well.
Yo,
I'm serious.
something is wrong with you. I swear to
Why
God.
would a woman invest in her body and not invest in her mouth?
So it's now it's funny you said that. Growing up, my father always said that to me. My father always said to me, a woman should never have ugly feet and fucked up teeth. And he always told me, even if, and I mean, my teeth, I was bucktooth growing up, but my teeth went straight on their own. But my father was willing to invest in some braces or whatever the fuck I needed to make sure that my mouth was straight. And I think people should take more pride in their mouths and dental work and making sure. But I will say people are on that now. People are going to get their teeth done. I'm not for the big ass veneers that look like chiclets, but if you're gonna get it done and you get it done properly,
I'm about to chiclet me up in a little bit.
Yeah,
Oh,
me too. I'm
please.
about to chiclet and LASIK me up.
LASIK, I
Really?
feel like LASIK is about to be my thing too. Cause
I don't mind LASIK, but I do applaud people that are getting their teeth done and enhancing things that our parents may not have had the money to do. Because back then, braces were expensive. You know what I'm saying? So I applaud people that are taking. That's why I said I don't mind people that get their bodies done. If you want to feel better about yourself or whatever, do that. Do that. But don't be delusional once you get that shit done. Like, don't come to
Didn't
me
you
with
say
the big
earlier
ass
you was
chiclets.
against? Didn't you say earlier you was against BBLs?
No, I'm not against it. If that's what you want to do, do it. But I'm against the delusional people that get the fucking work done. I'm against the bitch who, like, perfect example, there was a chick one time we went out to eat. The chicken wings was super, everybody was talking about how big the fucking chicken wings were. And I said, yeah, these shits look like Dr. Miami chicken wings. I didn't even notice, like dead ass. I didn't even know Shorty had her body done. And she was like, how I was taking shots of her and I was talking about her.
Insecure.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're gonna get your body done, you gotta walk with some level, not of arrogance, but every time somebody talks about somebody getting their body done, it's not a shot at you. And then I hate the girls who are like, well, if you had the money to do it, you would get it done. It's not that much, especially when most of y'all chicks put y'all shit on layaway or you use your income tax money from your kids. Now you done went and got your body done, and now you on the line for fucking free school supplies when it's time for school. Make it make sense. That's what I'm talking about. Again, you want to get your body done. I've seen some women that's like, damn, this bitch is bad. Yo, the illest bitch I ever seen in my life wasn't even a woman. It was a man in Thailand.
What the fuck?
It was a fucking lady boy. I didn't even know it was a man. Had no clue.
You call him a what? A lady boy?
That's what they call. They
What?
call lady boys over there. And I will never forget it. I went to Thailand. We were checking into the W Hotel. And I had forgot like some eyeliner, whatever I forgot makeup wise. I saw, when I say this bitch was bad, she was walking towards me. And I could see it as I'm talking. And I'm like, she got to know where the makeup shop is at. And I went over to her and I was like, oh, you know, where's the mall around here, whatever. And when that man opened his fucking mouth, I was flabbergasted. But he had his whole body done. His shit looked phenomenal. Like, his shit was phenomenal. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like,
Insane, bro.
I'm not gonna hold you. But that's what I mean. Yeah, you want to get your body done, get your body done. If it's gonna make you feel better, get it done. Get it done. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it at all. But be realistic that you got your body done. And you can't get offended when somebody talks about other people getting their body done just because you got it done.
Right.
Like, just all this talk, I gotta vote for Trump. I'm in my mind, bro. I see where this is going, bro. I really do. Like, what? You know? Oh, Bill Gates' wife.
Oh, she's
Yes.
with Kamala, right?
She
Yes.
gave Kamala 52 M's.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
She gave her $52 million.
There were people who were running.
Donated $52 million.
There were people who were rooting for Trump the first go round who said they absolutely wouldn't back him this go round. That he acts like a little kid.
Hold on, not even just anybody. His ex-vice president said
Yes.
he's not, what's the name of him?
Yes.
He's not endorsing him.
And then again, falling into the white man's trap. That's how they get you. Yes, vote for Kamala, vote for Kamala, vote for Kamala. And guess what?
But
You'll be doomed.
But if anybody paid attention to what was it Mike Pence that said that?
Mike Pence, yeah.
Yeah. If anybody paid attention to what Pence said when he said that, Kamala wasn't the running mate yet. He was still talking about Biden because they asked him, was he going to vote for Biden? He said, hell no. He said he doesn't know who he's going to vote for at this point.
But he didn't endorse
But
Trump.
he wasn't. He said he wasn't endorsing, nor was he voting for Trump. But he also wasn't voting for Biden. So I was like, oh, but this was before Biden stepped down and gave it to Kamala. So I don't, like I said, we don't know what the fuck is about to happen. I want everybody to pay attention to the policies. I want everybody, and we know politics fucking lie. Okay, it's important to see who has the Senate. It's important to see who's in those seats when it comes to the congressional party. It's important to know all of the other pieces of legislation. Because the president doesn't have just absolute fucking power. Even though Trump showed us you could do whatever the fuck you want as president. Everybody said he wasn't going to build this wall. I don't give a fuck if the wall was 2 feet. There's a wall. Everybody talked about him putting them kids in cages. He didn't give a fuck. He said, "Yup, lock them up." The fuck? He didn't care. He did not care about nothing.
Is
Those kids was from America or from somewhere else?
No, they was from Mexico, I believe.
Why do people care about other cultures? Why does your community care about other cultures but themselves? Why is that?
Well, that's this country.
and then
But that's also because America, we're indebted to so many fucking people.
A white person cannot start a business in Nigeria. Do you know that?
Do you know an American or anybody other than someone who was a native in Thailand? You can start a business, but you can't own majority of it. You have to partner with the local, and they have to own 60% of the business, and you can only own 40. That's to keep the wealth within their people.
It's time for black people to start trying their best to get as close to white people as they can.
But that's the wavelength Trump is on. Trump is on some send them the fuck back, because this is what I see happening. What I see happening is I see the migrants are already here, right? Number one, we don't know who the fuck we let in this country.
right.
It could be terrorists, rapists. We have no fucking clue. And then I don't know if anybody's paid attention to what the fuck is happening in Atlanta, where the migrants are squatting in people's houses.
That's happening in Atlanta. And none of them are getting shot
And
up.
nobody got killed?
No.
That's one reason
Nah,
why
they not in the right houses.
They're not in the right houses.
They're not in the right houses.
It's happening, but so what's happening is it's starting to happen, but it's happening in multiple places now. So where migrants are now going into people's homes, squatting, and we all know about squatters' rights, but it differentiates between states. But the fact that migrants now have more support than people that have been in this country and were fucking born here is crazy. The fact that what I see happening is I see a lot of these companies, whether they're state agencies, government agencies, whatever the case may be, I see them allowing migrants to come work because they don't have to pay them what the fuck they pay us. Migrants will work for little to nothing. They don't have to give them health benefits, or if they do, it's the bare minimum. They don't understand rights. So what can potentially happen is they're gonna fuck up the economy, which is also what Trump has been preaching for the longest. How the fuck do you have migrants coming here and you treat them better than the tax-paying fucking citizens? How is it that we're struggling? But y'all done gave these niggas scooters. You go by the fucking hotels that they done turned into migrant refugee camps. Ain't nothing out there but fucking electric scooters. They was giving these motherfuckers like, what was it, $100 a day or $1,000 a week or some stupid shit like that. These niggas got cell phones. They got all type of shit. We back to niggas selling fruit on the highway.
All right, but
on
then,
the off ramp.
Then this has been here due to this particular administration.
Yes.
Now, Donald Trump, on the other hand, and this is not I'm not caping for Donald Trump or anything like that. But
Why? Because you're on camera? Good.
No, I'm not on camera. Actually, I'm behind the camera. But his whole shit was like, nah, we not supporting that, and
because
we don't
he
want
wants
them
to
there.
keep the money here, which I completely understand.
So, with that being said, there has been a influx in crime.
Absolutely.
My wife got into an accident where her car got messed up from a stolen car, and it was from alleged migrant stole a car and caused a 5-car collision. There's so many videos online on YouTube and everything showing like how they are messing up the city. Basically.
Yes. If nobody is paying attention, let's pay attention. If you've ever been to any third world country, or you've just been out the fucking country to a country that doesn't have a whole bunch of money, what the fuck do you normally see? People on scooters, right? Mm-hmm. That's all you see nowadays is motherfuckers on. Go into Manhattan. It's nothing but people on scooters all day, every day, right? We're going in a very interesting direction in this country that I don't think people are paying attention to. And it doesn't matter who the fuck you vote for at this point. Like I said, I want to hear the policies. I want to hear what Kamala plans on doing. And I ain't going to hold you. I want to hear what the fuck she could do for black people. That's what I want to hear. I'm tired of seeing, I saw a video today of Yandy talking about what she's not going to stand for and blah, 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 and all this. We don't have no power.
And she's an alleged celebrity, right?
Who?
I think Yandy's a celebrity. What she does with her platform, I can't really speak on because I don't watch Love and Hip Hop anymore. But
How come?
oh no, I don't want that shit in my spirit. I'm good.
Why? I mean, all the sisters live like loving hip hop now.
I
so.
can't deal. I'm not for the fake bullshit. I'm not for the 1 minute we friends, but I'm throwing a drink on you. I'm not for black men only being seen as womanizers and deadbeat dads or making kids all over the fucking place. I don't subscribe to that type of shit.
Yeah, I can't mess with Shaniqua. She's corny. 10 minutes later, who invited Shaniqua?
Yeah.
Yo, I love that shit. I swear to God. Yo.
I can't. I don't want to subscribe to that. Like, I'm very strategic about what I want in my space. I can't even watch. I used to love like Married to Medicine and all that other shit. These women are doctors.
And they got bread, still
can't-
acting like
Yes,
birds.
and I mean, you talking about real money. Like, these women are millionaires.
Yeah,
like,
real, like off of a craft.
Yes.
Off of a skill set.
Yes.
And not of looks.
off of
Not
intellect.
of your buns. Not of your
And
tits.
I
Not of your
don't.
teeth.
I don't know if them making Kamala is a ploy to show. Cause I don't know. I don't know. Something in my spirit makes me feel like she's supposed to be the scapegoat. Cause I feel like things are gonna get worse, and then it's gonna turn into, well, look what happened while the black woman was in charge.
Mm-hmm.
Just like if we paid attention, and I said this shit during COVID, there was a black woman who they tried to pin as the face of the fucking vaccine. She was the brains behind it. She's a scientist. She's all into medical research. She was supposed to be the face behind it. That's who was pushing it. And somewhere along the lines, sis came out and said, I am stepping down. I want nothing to do with this, because she knew it was about to be some bullshit. And if you look, people are dropping like fucking flies. And I wonder how many of them took the vaccine. I wonder how many of them have had all of these heart attacks and all of these issues that got vaccinated. Because, and I said it, as soon as I saw her face, I said, oh, she the scapegoat. Because nobody was giving a black woman that kind of recognition or power for getting the world vaccinated from this deadly ass disease or virus, excuse me, this deadly virus. They don't do shit like that for us.
So did any of you guys have to take the vaccination?
No to the no.
I do.
You did?
As Destiny Child said, no.
How do you feel?
Me, if I was one of the worst decisions I ever made in my life.
Did you feel like a man after that? Like, damn, like they made me take a vaccine.
But that was before your wokenness, right?
I'm not gonna. I'll get awakened every couple months.
But then you fall asleep.
Nah,
And then get woke up
that
again.
that was bad. You know why? Because when I was working a job, it convinced me to do it. And then plus at the time, I during when COVID was really heavy, I really didn't see my grandmother in like a year, like a year and a half. You know what I mean? Because of that. Because I'm like, damn, she's older. I don't want to be the reason why she wraps up.
Let me tell you, one of my grandmothers was like, oh, y'all ain't vaccinated? I ain't coming. Well, I don't know what to tell you, Granny.
We ain't gonna see you.
I still ain't seen her since then. Like, because I felt like it wasn't enough research for me. And I don't buy shit on Amazon without looking at the reviews. So it was no reviews for this vaccine. And I knew people who took the first round, went back for the second round, and got, sent to the emergency room from fucking CVS and all type of other shit. But like I said, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with this presidency. I guess we all here to see what the fuck happens. I've even been researching dual citizenship to see if I can get citizenship somewhere fucking else, because I don't know what direction this country is heading in. I don't know. I don't fucking see it.
When I thought about it, I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, you good.
Kamala probably really will win now when I thought about it. You know why?
Yes.
Because they invited mad immigrants here, right? Oh, we done.
They
my God.
they're allowing
Hold
them.
on, hold on,
They're
hold on.
allowing the migrants to vote.
Yes.
I don't know.
That's what it
but
was. Yes, they are.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yes, they are. I just thought about
Uh-huh.
that. Eric Adams is a
Clown.
I'm being real with you, bro.
Clown.
Black people they're done, bro. Anybody can come over here and have more privilege than you and get more bread than you. And they'll say, oh, you're lazy. I wasn't lazy 400 years ago, okay? Eric Adams gave him phones, credit cards, and shelter, right? And food stamps, right? So basically, Eric Adams treating the migrants like side chicks.
But look at where we are as a people, right? To where now that black women, and I'm only going to speak for black women because
Okay.
these are the statistics. Black women now are the number one race and group of people that own businesses and are educated and hold college degrees, right? What do we see come out just a couple months ago? Jobs now aren't requiring college degrees to get a fucking job. They're not going to be looking at college degrees like that. It's every time we take steps further, they push the needle and the ball further along. Look at fucking I remember back in the day when College Hill came out on BET. This was real college students. They were fucking enrolled. They were going to class. They were living on campus or in a house. Now they have College Hill Celebrity Edition with any and every fucking body. Like, be for real with yourselves. You know what I'm saying? So we've got to think about that
We'll chop it.
as a strategy too. And that's the other thing. Black people are not strategic. We are the only group and the only race that are not strategic. Everybody else is strategic. No, we are not.
Okay, so so before we close out, what is your message to the rest of 2024 for either the future of Kamala Harris and the state of the African American community?
30 seconds.
I want black people to do their research. Pay attention to what's happening and hold people fucking accountable, including yourselves. Pay attention to everything. Read books. If you're going to read anything, read the 48 Laws of Power. That shit maps out what is happening right in plain sight for you. Read it. Read it. And if you don't want to read it, there's an app called 48 Laws of Power. It breaks every law down for you in layman's terms.
Or you can listen to it on YouTube.
YouTube, if you got Spotify, there are audiobooks on there. Learn the other cultures. Learn how they move. Learn what they do because they've studied us. They know us. This is why we are constantly being fed the bullshit and our community is not further along. So my last word is do your fucking research and educate yourselves. And it doesn't just have to be in a book. Whatever means of education you need to get to know where you are headed in life.
My thing is, black people, love yourself first. You come first. And believe in yourself. You are a god. Whatever you want to happen will happen with your own beliefs, nobody else. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Conversations on Film.
Yes.
This is
like
JC
he
the
said.
Light. You heard me?
Yeah.
And I'm Pick Me Lady Jazz.
And this is Shatek's producer. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Conversations on Film, on YouTube at Conversations on Film. Make sure you like, subscribe, and all that jazz. Not that jazz.
I
Yeah,
like
not
that.
this jazz.
and we out.